This is Rich from Rich TV Live, and we have some more updates on the coronavirus. So every time I see new numbers, I want to report them first. So the new death toll that I see here that is being reported on CNN right now, 7 minutes ago, from Stephen Jiang in Beijing and Larry Register, is the death toll is now 1,107. Deaths and cases, 108 people in mainland China died on Monday, the biggest single death toll yet. 2,478 new cases were identified in mainland China, bringing the number there to 42,708. As of Tuesday, 43,101 people were infected worldwide. Heads have rolled in Hubei. Two senior health officials in the Chinese province at the epicenter of the outbreak were fired on Tuesday, state media reported. A Hong Kong apartment building was partially evacuated over concerns that the virus may have been transmitted through the piping system. So now you can get the virus through pipes. Cruise ship crisis, 135 cases have been confirmed on a ship quarantined in Japan. Another ship carrying more than 2,000 people is still searching for a port after being denied entry to at least 4 ports. Hubei Health Authority in China reported that 94 more people died of the coronavirus in Hubei province today, raising the death toll in the epicenter since the beginning of the outbreak to 1,068. That brings the total number of deaths in mainland China to at least 1,105, and the global death toll is at least 1,107, with 1 death in Hong Kong and 1 death in the Philippines. Hubei authorities confirmed an additional 1,638 cases of the virus in Hubei today, which brings the total number of cases in the epicenter of the outbreak to 33,366. The global number of confirmed coronavirus cases is now at least 44,138, with the vast majority of cases in mainland China. China's National Health Commission is expected to release numbers for all of China's provinces later.
500 Wuhan medical staff infected with the coronavirus. Like 500 medical staff infected now with the virus.
But where did you get that information from?
Here on Google. Right here. At least 500.
So it's being reported that there are at least 500 medical staff that have been infected with the coronavirus. That is not being reported on large media outlets. I believe that is on a different platform. I haven't seen that, but that is, yeah, so
China Morning Post.
That's being apparently reported from China that there are up to 500 medical staff that have been infected with this coronavirus. What do you guys think about this news? The numbers continue to grow every single day. And every single day we come live, and every single day there is more news. Now, there is news that they are working on a vaccine. However, what I've read, it looks as though the vaccine could take up to 18 months. And the question is, how many people will be infected and how many people will lose this battle to the coronavirus if it takes 18 months to find a vaccine? It just seems like a really long time. American Airlines has extended suspension of flights to and from mainland China and Hong Kong. Flights are being suspended. More than 5,000 people are still stuck on 2 ships because of coronavirus fears. Would not be traveling on a cruise right now. Here's what you need to know about each ship. The Diamond Princess quarantined in Japan since February 7th. At least 24 Americans are among the 135 people infected with the Wuhan coronavirus aboard the cruise ship, According to the ship's operator, Princess Cruises, and a CNN tally, the ship is the site of the single largest outbreak of the virus outside of China. Western Dam. More than 2,000 people are stuck in the Western Dam cruise ship operated by Holland America after it was denied entry to its intended final destination in Japan. Despite having no confirmed cases aboard, it has since been denied entry to Taiwan, the Philippines, and most recently Thailand after it planned to dock in the Thai city of Laem Chabang. World Dream. More than 3,600 people were quarantined for 5 days on this boat in Hong Kong as a precautionary measure after 3 former passengers tested positive for the coronavirus. No confirmed cases were found. Passengers and crew were cleared to leave over the weekend. The Anthem of the Seas. The vessel was docked in New Jersey for an extra 2 days after 4 returning passengers were sent to the hospital to be tested for the coronavirus. The 4 family members and another 23 passengers were all cleared of the virus, and the ship set sail on Monday. That is the latest news. The number of dead keep growing. The number of infected continue to grow. This is Rich from Rich TV Live. All we want to do is just bring you guys the news and update you guys on everything that's happening every single day. And the sad part about this coronavirus is every single day, the numbers get worse. Thank you guys for your feedback. Thank you guys for joining. What do you guys think about this coronavirus? It is only getting worse. It just keeps getting worse. And every single day, more and more people are getting ill. More and more people are dying. And now there are talks that there will be a vaccine, but the vaccine could take 18 months. And that's very concerning. Yeah, I don't got a mask yet, but you never know what the future holds. Jason says there's another confirmed case of the virus in the United States in San Diego. I believe that the number of cases is going to continue to grow. This death toll continues to climb. The amount of people getting infected continues to climb. Every day I go live and every day I'm reporting higher numbers. It's staggering how fast this is growing. It's literally, we're getting about 100 deaths a day. So if you do the math, 100 deaths a day over 30 days is 3,000 deaths.
I'm not giving you the right numbers. They're suppressing the media now.
Trod says, Lord Jesus Christ, bless and protect President Trump. Give him the strength to do what he has to do. P.S. CNN and MSDNC suck. K. Moniz says, less people are getting infected daily. More deaths, though. Yeah, I'm not sure. I just know that the numbers continue to grow. And every single day I go live and every day I give you guys an update. And every single day the numbers are more horrifying. So my heart goes out to all of those people that are affected by this terrible disease, this terrible pandemic. And my heart goes out to the people that have been affected by this and their families and their loved ones.
Can Trump come over here in Canada and slap Trudeau in the face? Please?
TC Don't Play says the World Health Organization gave it a new name, which was so weird, and they were laughing and joking around. The World Health Organization was laughing and joking around? Justin says, yeah, I'm in Coburg. They got people quarantined near me in Trenton. Scary stuff. Yeah, that's where their base is. And they're flying all the Canadians into Trenton to get quarantined before they take them to the rest of the nation. So my heart goes out to everybody that is affected by this terrible tragedy. More and more people continue to die. More and more people continue to get infected all over the world, specifically in China, the epicenter of this outbreak.
What's Trump saying about it?
What do you guys think? Do you think this is getting better? Do you think this is getting worse? Do you think that this is just a normal flu? Or do you think that this is a real issue that people obviously in China are dealing with, but people outside of China need to take advantage of where they're at right now and realize how lucky they are and start taking some precautions? Because we are lucky if we're not in the middle of the epicenter, but what are we doing to protect ourselves from an outbreak coming in our neighborhoods? If anything, is anybody doing anything to protect themselves, or do you feel completely safe where you are? I've been showing you guys some videos here in Vancouver. Nobody's wearing masks.
I don't feel safe, but I know my
Some
daughter
people don't
is.
feel safe, but some people feel safe. And I'm not walking around with a mask, but there are some people that are. Are there people walking around with masks in your neighborhood? TC Don't Play says it's in the prison population in the UK, according to reports.
Oh, great.
How did it get into the prisons? That's the part that's really odd for me. How did it get into the prisons? Don't you guys find that odd? How does this get into the prisons? A guy from Thailand?
Mm-hmm. The guy that shot people? That's been too soon.
Five Finger Limited says you don't shut your country down if it's not serious. What's he doing? How you doing, ACB for life? Businessman traveling
Ended up in jail.
ends up in a UK jail and spreads it throughout the whole jail. That seems fishy to me. I think that seems kind of fishy to me. But who knows? Who knows? Why did this have to happen in one of the biggest, busiest cities in the world? Some people believe it's population control. No, I didn't see that tweet. What did the tweet say? What was the doctor saying in the UK about it? Love to know what you guys think. I'm bringing you guys the most updated news that had just been reported. 1,107 deaths, 43,000 infected, 44,138 now infected that we know of. That is being reported on CNN with reporters on the ground. Stephen Jiang, and Larry Register in Beijing, reporting on the coronavirus. And you are here on Rich TV Live. Thank you guys for being here. Please smash the like button. And we're trying to bring you guys the most up-to-date news every single day before anybody else on the planet. I do believe that we are live bringing you the most updated news, the most updated numbers, and we really appreciate it if you could smash the like button so other people can see this video that are on YouTube looking for these numbers. These are the most up-to-date numbers that we have found. These literally just came out, and we are breaking it to you guys first. I appreciate you. Thanks, man. So I wanted to bring you guys the breaking news. 1,107 dead, over 44,000 infected. Does this affect you in your neighborhood? Does it not bother you? Or do you believe this is an isolated incident that will only affect the people in China? Clearly, it's affecting the people in China. Is it affecting you? Is there anything you're doing? Are you preparing? Does this change your life at all? Is there anything you're doing to be prepared for what you think could be an outbreak in your communities? Or do you believe that this is just an isolated incident that is only affecting the Chinese?
Ramsey has a good question.
How many people do you think they will find dead that was held up in their homes? I think it'll be thousands by the time it's all said and done.
Tens of thousands.
Justin says, crazy thing is that they know there is no way to know, and it takes 14 days to really find out. So they say. I heard the quarantine process is now as much as 24 days. TC Don't Play says it's going pandemic. Justin T says, like, do we panic when we get the flu?
Chinatown in Toronto.
Trod is saying it's coming to our backyard sooner or later. Five Finger Limited says 2 new cases in Germany. German authorities say virus came from bats. Josh Cook says Chinatown in Toronto is a ghost town. Yeah, I think we're finding the same things all over the world in Asian areas where there's just a lot of fear, a lot of unknowns, and businesses are suffering. People are staying home, and people are just trying to avoid large groups of people. Thank you guys for the 11 likes. I appreciate you guys. We are breaking the news first here on YouTube. The death toll continues to surge. We now have 1,107 dead, and the infected also continues to surge. Now over 44,138 infected people worldwide. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the 14 likes. Q Christian Trader, how you doing, brother? Yeah, I mean, I don't really see how one Twitter person talking to a guy who used to work with a company has any real bearing on news. So I know it's something to talk about, but it doesn't really have any bearing on the markets as far as I'm concerned. So it's not really that important to me. I couldn't care less about those two people. Makes no difference to me about two guys arguing about something. So what? Let other people report on that. It has no value to me. TC Don't Play says, I got a friend from China. He didn't seem that freaked out, honestly, though. Said they are going back to work in a lot of places. Yeah. And I mean, I did a video yesterday with my friend who's in China, and you could see clearly that he's not worried about it. Yeah. I mean, they're bothered by it, but they're not overly worried because they believe that the Chinese are very resilient people and they believe that they'll get past this. Shady Aftermath says, do you think they spread the coronavirus so we all have to take a needle against it?
You got it.
And we don't know really what the needle we get is for?
You got it.
I mean, some people think that.
And feed our next generation.
Some people think that. Some people think that. I mean, everyone has their own opinion, right?
One more needle to take.
Five Finger Limited says, when they go back to work, going to spread like wildfire. Well, I hope it doesn't, but I think that's what we're all anticipating, which is very scary. Trod says, it's not like the flu. This has no cure. They recover, but will have lung and heart problems. Recover does not mean cured.
So there's a vaccine.
Thank you guys. We did get reports today that they are working on a vaccine that could be ready in 18 months. The question is, how much damage will be done between now and 18 months? Seems like the death toll will be in the in a year and a half, the death toll could be in the millions.
Oh, in the millions for sure.
At this pace, the way we're growing, the death toll could be in the millions if it takes a year and a half to stop this. We are already in the thousands. So we already have over 1,000 dead. So imagine if this spreads for another year and a half. What is it going to look like? Pat says the problem with the vaccine is by the time they get one, the virus has the time for mutation. Exactly. And what is it going to look like then? And how many people will get infected? It's a very scary thing. 12% of roll need hospital. I don't know what you mean by roll. 12% of the infected need the hospital? Thank you guys for joining. We're breaking the news first here on YouTube. that there are now 1,107 dead and over 44,000 infected with the coronavirus worldwide. This pandemic only gets worse every single day. And of course, we're talking about it because we like to bring you guys the biggest breaking news every single day. And I honestly can't think of anything bigger than the coronavirus right now, which is pretty much the topic of conversation everywhere you go, all over the world. Apparently, the bird flu is back in China as well, which is not going to help the situation. Five Finger Limited says NHL can't get sticks all made in China. Is that true? Are all the NHL sticks made in China? I don't know if that's true. TC Don't Play says Dr. John Campbell has a channel that has some serious evidence-based info. Christina Goodwin says it's very heartbreaking. Praying for everyone everywhere. Thank you for your prayers. And that's what we need to do. Whether we are touched by this or not, we need to have positive thoughts for the people that are being affected by this. Whether you are affected directly or indirectly, all of humanity is being affected right now. So, as human beings, we need to do whatever we can to protect human life on this planet. Lucas says in Switzerland, no talking about the virus yet. Thank you for your feedback, Lucas. Joe Mama says Under Armour reported to take a huge hit from this. I think that's why the stock went down so much today. That's why the stock is falling. What do you guys think about this? The death toll just continues to rise. Love to know your guys' opinion. Join the chat. Jump on the chat. Join the chat. Smash the like button and get involved in the show. Thank you guys for the 20 likes. I appreciate you guys. Mr. says, according to the Globe, Bauer, CCM, and True Hockey all make their pro sticks in China, providing approximately 70%, 75% of NHLers with their sticks each year based on data from Gear Geek.
Maybe we should bring the business back to the States.
I think that they should have enough sticks for a while. I don't think you just run out of sticks that quickly, but you never know.
Make them in the States. That's where they should be made.
Five Finger Limited says some of the Americans that have been quarantined have been released. That's good news. It's nice to hear that people are going back home safely. Pat says, LOL. I said, even with sticks in Montreal, we lose anyways. Yeah, the Leafs have been struggling themselves. Five Finger Limited says, check it out. NHL teams can't get sticks. So this is a real deal, eh? You know, this is the first I've even heard of it. Thank you for sharing, Five Finger Limited. It looks like it's what you're saying is real, apparently. It's the first I've even heard of it. It's the first I've even heard of it.
You mean I have a shot now? I have a stick?
I think you probably need more than a stick to have a shot.
I do.
They say Weber is out for the rest of the season. Ooh, that's a big loss for the Canadians. Huge loss. Hey, John, how you doing, buddy? No sticks, full alert. No NHL sticks, full alert. So we're live. We're talking about the coronavirus. There are now 1,107 deaths, over 44,000 infections worldwide. What do you guys think about this?
You're saying is the coronavirus has now affected the NHL?
The coronavirus has officially affected the NHL, yes. My pleasure, Christina. Whatever I can do to, help the people, educate the people, and create awareness for the people. Initially, when I first started doing this, everyone was calling me a fearmonger. People were laughing and saying that this wasn't real. People were saying it was fake. Now here we are. Obviously, close to 3 weeks we've been reporting on this, and the death toll's over 1,000. The infections is over 44,000, and people now have changed their tune. Very few people are sitting here saying it's not real. Very few people are sitting here laughing about this. Now it's more people saying that they're praying for the people in China, and people's hearts are broken for the people in China and all over the world that have been affected by this terrible tragedy. What is the World Health Organization saying? World Health Organization is put us in a state of emergency. And obviously there's nothing we can really do until we have a vaccine. Shady Aftermath says it's real, but the agenda behind it is fake. Interesting theory. Thank you for sharing your opinion. Five Finger Limited says open a stick company. It's opportunity there. There's absolutely opportunity there. The question is, how long will you be open for? And can you get the contract for the NHL? How quickly can you get that contract? Christina Goodwin says knowledge is power. Always more that people know, less big can get away with. I agree with you. Trod T says 44,754 confirmed cases worldwide, including 1,112 fatalities. The numbers just keep screaming up. Lucas saying they are already talking about virus versus humanity. This is where humans need to come together and fight for our livelihoods, fight for our freedom, fight for safety. Instead of fighting each other, we need to fight against this virus, which has the potential to wipe us all out. Peter B says, I'm thinking of smashing the like button and thanking Rich TV Live for bringing us, the community, together as a collective. Many minds, great ideas. Five Finger Limited says, full alert coronavirus. Peter B just gave us a $3 donation. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate you, man. Shady Aftermath says, wasn't the swine flu a lie and the bird flu a lie? No, I think they were very real. Lucas says, yes, but who? The World Health Organization isn't on our side. You know what? I don't know about that. I can't tell you whether they are or they aren't. All I know is we need to all work together as human beings to create a future for our loved ones, for our children, our children's children, our children's children's children. We need to think about the future. So we need to figure out a solution to this problem before we have no future. Robert says this is biological warfare. A lot of people believe it is. Lucas is saying WHO, World Health Organization, otherwise known as Big Pharma. Thank you guys for the 26 likes. I appreciate it, guys. Angry Rabbit says Chinese doctor says billions could become infected if not stopped ASAP. That is staggering and shocking and scary. Five Finger Limited says washing down streets with chemicals. Yeah, I saw that and it was disturbing, to say the least. I was very disturbed by that. They were disinfecting the cities. Justin says, yeah, one of the biggest worries of the WHO, World Health Organization, was the virus spreading to places where the medical treatment is not sufficient. It could wipe out places that are poor or not prepared. We need to be prepared, guys, just in case. Shady Aftermath says, we need to know how to protect ourselves from the virus. Just stay out of contact with other people and wear masks, wear gloves, wear a hazmat suit. These are the precautions that people are taking to protect themselves. John Hughes says, I think they are getting it under control soon. They are working on a solution, I heard. I heard a solution is 18 months away. I heard that today, that a vaccine is 18 months away. Joe Mama says, mandatory universal vaccine on its way. I hope not. But I mean, what choice do we have if they say that this is what you need to take or you die? What are you going to do? Most people are going to take it, which is really scary. Angry Rabbit says Aussies have grow it in a lab, says vaccine within 6 months, possibly. That would be amazing. We need something soon. Christina Goodwin says shady aftermath, best to prevent hand washing, Lysol, bleach, alcohol, clean house with carry hand sanitizer. If you have to go out, use your face mask too. Trod T says they're welding apartment doors in Wuhan and a lady fell off a building trying to escape. Oh, terrible. TC Don't Play says I bought an oxygen generator to protect me and family because of the possible pneumonia. Peter B says I'm wondering about the virus and flare-ups. Like once you have it, then what happens? You can be 10, 20, 30, 40 years later and it flares up and you're toast. It's a possibility. John Hughes says things are under control in Canada so far. So far is the key there, but I hope it stays that way. Lucas says you get your virus with the vaccine. Five Finger Limited says coronavirus is sparing children. I hope so. Children are our future. We don't want our children getting sick. John Hughes says vaccines is the key. I agree. Ross Fleming says we've had 2 people in Chicago with coronavirus and they are still alive. It's been about 2 to 3 weeks. How aren't those people dead? Well, we've got good doctors in America. Five Finger Limited says most of the deaths are 60 and up. Ross Fleming says the US must have a cure. I haven't heard of people dying from this virus outside of China. It's possible. It's possible. Aaron says, are you getting paid to report false numbers or something? There's officials coming out saying over 1 million Chinese have been killed. Where do you get those numbers? Where are you getting those numbers? What officials are coming out? I've been talking to people that are in China and they're saying that the numbers I'm reporting are the numbers that they're getting. So I don't know where you're getting your numbers from because I'm getting mine from the mass media. Bruno says, I hope this doesn't come to Brazil because there are some Brazilians who are in Japan or China. I don't know. They want to come back to Brazil. That's very scary. This can go anywhere. Shady Aftermath says, million Chinese. That's false. I mean, I have seen some reports that there's up to 1.3 million infected in China, but not dead. Carlos says, I hear China is on lockdown. Most citizens have not left their homes in 10 days. Do you think this virus can spread through America? I think it can. It already is in America. It's in already over 25 countries. And I think there's a chance it's going to go bigger and it's going to spread all over the world. I think there's a very good chance of that. John Hughes says, China is accepting help from the international community now, as they should. MSC says, Alec Jones said it must be true. Five Finger Limited says they're hoping for warm weather. The virus will go dormant until next winter. That would be huge. TC Don't Play says, I think it's a bioweapon to cull the weak and stupid and old. I know a lot of people that believe it's a bioweapon. I really hope it's not. It's just scary to think that it could be. Shady Aftermath says we have one guy with the virus back in Sweden, and he is under observation in the hospital, and he must avoid contact with people. I hope he gets well. Carlos Castro says, how will this affect the stock market? Should I be trying to make money off this tragedy? Nobody really knows. So far, it hasn't really affected the markets. Some coronavirus type stocks or vaccine stocks have benefited, but it's gone up and down and been very volatile. So it's very difficult to determine how to play the coronavirus as far as the market. But we assume that there will be an effect on the market at some point. We just haven't really seen it yet. Jody says, been hearing its incubation time is now confirmed to be 21 versus the 14 days as earlier suspected. If true, then the isolation has been in vain. Exactly. This is what I've been trying to say. What happens if you quarantine someone for 14 days, let them out, and then it shows up a week later? This is so new. Nobody really knows, and nobody has enough data to determine how long someone should be quarantined. Green Bull says, I've heard it could spread to 60% of the world's population. I can easily see that happening. That is just a scary thought. Lucas says Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin has been flying. MC says CODX screening test. That's pretty big. John Hughes says, let's smash the like button for our boy Rich. This is a good update, my friends. Thank you, John. I appreciate you guys. And thank you guys for your 38 likes. It really means a lot. Milana says, yeah, in Washington, there's one person in Washington, Seattle. Angry Rabbit says, buy gold. Guys, I agree, buy gold. And silver and palladium. Carlos says, thanks for answering my questions. I honestly didn't like your channel until recent. You're a good guy. Hey, thank you, Carlos. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. That means a lot. John Hughes says, over 53 people here, yet we have 23 likes. Let's hit the like button. This is our valuable communities channel. Thank you, John. I appreciate you, bro. It means a lot. Jody says 41 likes. Thank you guys for the 41 likes. It means a lot. 2020 Insight says Georgia Guidestones plan implemented. And I think you're referring to the Georgia Guidestones, which talk about population control, amongst other things that have been essentially written in those stones for generations to see and act on. Jody says, buy rock salt. It'll be worth its weight in gold when the traffic stops. Green Bull says, I expect a nice run from ONTX soon. I like that pick, ONTX. Smart thinking. Very smart thinking. Thank you guys for the 42 likes. 500 million, no more. Yeah, so 2020 Insights is saying that population control is looking to reduce the global population to 500 million from just under 8 billion. You know what's funny is I have friends in Indonesia. Like some of our members are in Indonesia, and they have yet to report any cases in Indonesia, despite the fact that they're surrounded by Asian countries. Joe Mama says, the people who arrived in Trenton are already allowed to walk around outside for fresh air time. Rich, crazy over here. Yeah, because we live in a bubble and we just think that we're superhuman and nothing bad could ever happen to us until that happens. I really hope it doesn't, but I won't be surprised when it does because we're not taking it serious and we're bringing people from the epicenter of ground zero where this started and we're bringing them into our country. And I'm not saying we shouldn't. A lot of them are Canadians. Some of them are not Canadians, but we're bringing people into our country. 2020 Insight says the elite control the media and news of what comes out. You won't know unless they want you to. 2 senior health officials in the Chinese province at the epicenter of the outbreak were fired on Tuesday. Well, they have to be fired. They have to be fired because at the end of the day, somebody has to be the fall guy for this tragedy. People are dying, people are being infected. So someone has to be blamed. Someone always is the fall guy for everything that happens. Travis Ingram says a pandemic unfolding in front of our eyes. Exactly what it is. Peter B says this virus is mad made. Alex Jones told me so. Is Alex Jones still on the air? Shady Aftermath says, I think racism will start against Chinese people because of the virus, because people are scared of the virus now. I don't know about racism. I think right now we need to really open up our hearts for the people in China because this is a major tragedy that affects everybody. And these are our people in this world. And we're talking about the largest economy in the world, which when China shuts down, everything shuts down because China is the largest economy in the world. So this hurts everybody. So it's a very scary time. 1,107 people reported dead. Some people are saying now it's 1,112. The numbers just keep escalating and escalating and escalating. Thank you guys for joining. This is Rich from Rich TV Live, your late night vampire, reporting from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. 1,107 dead, over 44,000 infected. And every time I come live and I report these news, the numbers get worse. Thank you guys for watching. This is Rich from Rich TV Live. If I have any other breaking news or anything big that's coming, that's happening, I'll bring it to you guys first. Other than that, thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for your 43 likes. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Every time we go live, you'll get access. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live, and I'm out. Peace. Stay safe, everybody. My heart goes out to everybody in China and all over the world that has been affected, that has died. May you rest in peace, and has been struck ill by this deadly virus.